You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You could have an airplane flying if you bring your blue sky back. All you do is call me. I'll be anything you need. You could have a Big Dipper.
I am perfect. No one is going to tell me otherwise.
Up and down, all around the bends. You could have a bumper car bumping. This amusement never ends. I wanna be a sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Oh, let me be a sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. Show me around your fruit cage, 'cause I will be your honeybee. Open up your fruit cage, where the fruit is sweet as can be. I wanna be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? You better call the sledgehammer. Put your mind at rest. I'm gonna be the sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. I'm your sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it. It's good. It's good. Shed my skin. This is the new stuff. I go dance singing. Oh, to show for me. I will show for you. Please show for me. I will show for you. Only you. You be coming through. I'm gonna feel that power. I feel that power. I've been feeling the rhythm. I've been feeling the rhythm. Gonna feel that power. Hey, building you. Come on, help me through. Come on, help me through. I've been feeling the rhythm. I've been feeling the rhythm. What we do is This stream is protected by otters.
Welcome to Otter Country.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Ta-da!
Silly turkeys. Really?
Don't agitate them, Greg. They'll come after you.
Oh.
Better watch out. Those Canada geese might actually come after you.
Dude, those things are vicious. Then those are yeah.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. I know.
Channeled their inner dinosaur.
Morning, everybody. Welcome in. Taz of the intro raid. How's it going? Rob with the first today. Well done. Congratulations, buddy. We got the Taz raid coming in.
Water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy.
Brick Sergeant, good morning, James. Pyrex, hello, hello. TJ with a hydrate and lurk, apparently.
G'day.
There he is.
Good eye.
G'day.
Good eye. What's up, mate?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, actually, let me see. I might have something amusing here. We haven't heard this in a hot minute. Let me see if I can find it. Shit, where was that?
Rob say afternoon or
It's afternoon for Rob, as he's in the UK, so that makes sense.
the UK. Well, of course. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Of course, it would be afternoon for you. I was going to say it's not afternoon over here just yet.
Let's have some fun with something old school I still have in the stream deck since Taz just arrived. Hold on one second here.
Oh.
Here we go.
God.
G'day. Tomo here again. And my mate Brooks Briggs here wants me to welcome someone else onto the panel. Struth. I reckon you could have got anybody else instead of this Drongo, but, well,
Oh, that was
not
a
my circus, and, geez, he's not my monkeys. Go on, get him on in here. G'day, Tasman Bricks. Good to see you, mate.
That's
Have a
old
good one.
school.
That is an old one. Oh, when did I do that? That would have been. That would have been
22 or
20
23.
Yeah, had to be like 22, 23. Wow, because I'm not. Yeah, I took the name Bricks out because at the time, and I've gotten better, admittedly, but at the time I wasn't really doing any building. So I didn't want my channel name to be like clickbait sort of. So I changed the name of it and refreshed it to just be Tasmania because, well, at least there's no brick name in the channel name. So if I was just sitting around doing frig all like I usually do, then that no one can bitch and moan at me about, you clickbaiting your channel. You say you're not building any. I can say, hey, my channel name has no mention of the word bricks in it.
Right.
Gotta love it.
Oh. The crazy son of a bitch, he did it. Thank you, James Brick Sergeant. Welcome to Otter Country. Good morning. Good day to everybody. All right. So guess what, guys? Guess what?
Mhm.
What?
We're leaving space behind finally.
Oh,
What?
It's back to city work.
yeah. Shit.
Less about 15 minutes.
I know. Dave's gonna have a coughing fit because he's so shocked.
Exactly.
Wow. So what spurred this on?
Because we met last week and I decided I have way more than enough for a collab for the moment.
Right.
To get back to city work. So I finished up this little build that I started before the Shire. I finished this up on the Thursday stream, and I said, this is it for a while. So went back into the city room yesterday and tried to figure out what's next. And I was like, not yet, Rob, not yet, soon. And I pulled out another build. I'll show you guys momentarily. That I still need to move the MILS. So it's on a 16 by 32 at the moment. So before I start that process, if you are a Lego purist and you can't stand the thought of base plates being cut, look away. Because I'm gonna be cutting a base plate here first. And I told Greg before we went live, I said, I'm going to do this live and not do it pre-stream because I want to show people that it's perfectly okay to do this. There's no reason why you can't cut a base plate.
Your money, it's your Lego. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. Right? This is mine. I bought this. Who the hell cares what I do to it? So I've already measured out. I know, that's exactly the reaction, right? Exactly. I've already measured out the dimensions that I need, so I'm going to take my nice cutting knife here. All right. Ooh. Hopefully this won't give me like Twitch ban because I'm showing a knife. And I'm going to start scoring this along the slide here, very gently. It's going to take me a couple minutes, but the idea is to score it and just create deeper cuts until you can.
I say 4 out of 10.
Until you can, do this and separate it. So that's what I'm going to start with first, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be moving over.
Well, I'm still saying 4 out of 10, or is that a different score that you're talking about?
It's a different score.
All right. Okay.
It's not as impressive a score.
Right.
That's not a knife.
Oh, it's a knife, Rob. It's a knife.
Well, that's not a knife.
It's a knife. It's a knife.
You played knifey spoony before.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Greg, what are you doing?
Making a mess.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. What's Dave up to?
I am going through the spreadsheet for our parts draft next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Was that next weekend? Oh, shit.
Yes, it is.
Not everybody's commented in that channel
Well,
yet.
that's true.
I think one of the individuals that has not commented, I don't think he ever gets on Discord, and we might need to go into Instagram and tell him, go check Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg, check Discord.
PJ, excuse me.
Oh, wait,
Anyway.
TJ's in it? Ooh, this should be fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I threw 3 dates out there, and I think the second two, Ned is not going to be around.
Yeah.
So
I completely spaced that's next weekend.
I mean, I'm fine with it next weekend at the moment.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Alex said the other night that he just needed to know the time.
Water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy.
okay.
All right. I will water Uchi again. Oh, this is for everybody. If you have a drink, grab it and hydrate on behalf of King Oldendorf, the king of Fart Kingdom.
Nice. All right.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find.
Oh, that goes down very well.
Damn, I'm on a glass. What? I can't be late.
So very, very light scoring right now.
I've taken some delight in knowing the fact that Grandpa got hauled in front of human resources again at his hospital cleaning job that he does 3 days a week. Do you want to know why he's in front of HR this time?
What did he do now?
He called a co-worker cordless. You know why he called him cordless?
Do I want to know?
He only works 2 hours.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Stream Deck. You rock, Stream Deck audience. See, they know when a joke's a good joke.
Yeah. What is this?
I got that one too. Oh, that's funny.
All right, did I cut through enough yet? Nah, maybe. Maybe I did. Oh, I did it.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh my god, the sacrilege. Oh my god, I just cut a faceplate.
Or maybe is it this one?
Oh, if you're playing
The purists will be bashing at their keyboards and yelling at their screens at the moment.
I know. People be bugging out. Apparently it's a quiet chat this morning, so I might be okay doing this right now. I do have to shave a little bit of this one now. That's right.
Oh, it's so good. It's like what I've been asking forever. That was so good. Ah.
So several hours later, after Grandpa got hauled in front of HR for the first time, he ended up going back again for a second time. You want to know why he went back the second time?
What did he do now?
He called it, and I mean, it's fitting timing at the moment. He called a co-worker tariff because they cost the company more than what they're worth at the moment.
I just heard that one.
There you go.
Sore spot.
Oh, very much so at the moment. Yes.
Actually, I read this week that Australia is having federal elections soon.
We are indeed, actually.
It sounds like
yes.
there's a major candidate who is trying to be Trump light, and sounds like he may be taking a hit because of that.
His name's not even worth mentioning. That's how. Anyway, because he can't be original. He's got to go and copy what someone else is doing. It's like that's where I'll leave that conversation, because if I say anything more, it's not going to be very, very pleasant, as you can probably imagine. But anyway, I mean, look, politically, to each their own, right? I don't care who you vote for. Couldn't give a rat's ass, right? You vote for who you believe is going to do a good job. But if you can see that there's someone that's genuine and someone that's just being a tool, then, well,
I think there's a large portion of our country that just likes voting for tools these days.
Can probably comfortably say the same over here as well. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, we do have a major federal election coming up very soon. Actually, is it next weekend? I've got to check the calendar. Is it next weekend? I don't think it is next weekend. It might be the weekend after. I should probably know because I'm supposed to vote. we have what's called mandatory voting in Australia. If you don't vote, you get fined. So we basically have to. Yep.
I think we need
Australia
here. We need that. There's too many people here that are apathetic and don't give a shit. And maybe if they actually got forced to, things would be a little different.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, ours is not next weekend, but the weekend after. So we've still got another week. But we are under, if you were living here in Australia, I don't know if it's the same in Canada and the other countries that are a part of the Commonwealth. I don't know what their own political system in regards to what they do in their own country, even though if they're under the Commonwealth. At least in Australia, we have to vote. Otherwise, we get fined. And you vote from the age of 18 onwards. And if you don't vote, what's called the AEC, or the Australian Electoral Commission, comes knocking on your door with a fine. And the fine, I think now is close to $100 or something like that. So, Anyway. Go Australia. Love on Australia. Love Australia.
No, honestly, Taz, I support that idea. Oh,
look, yeah, for the most part, and look, you can vote early, or what they call like absentee voting. You can actually do that. They just ask you for a reason, and you just tell them, and it's just like, yeah, okay, well, I'm either at work that weekend or I'm family and I are going away on a camping trip, or we're doing this, we're doing that on the actual weekend. So usually if you say, look, I'm just trying to do the right thing, I know I'm not going to be available on that weekend to vote, so I want to vote now. And they stamp you on through, and away you go. And then you can get on with your life. So at least they do have the early voting, centers. They haven't done it online yet. And I know that there's been talk about it. I watch a YouTuber by the name of Cleo Abrams. She does a YouTube show called Huge If True. Really, really cool thing. And she's done quite a few different topics. And one of them has been voting online. So if you want to know maybe why, if some of your countries aren't doing online voting, you can sort of see why. She does a really good explanation on it. So, good Australia.
I think I still think online could be hacked too easily.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that seems to be general consensus. So, and you can understand that. I mean, it's fair enough. It's with what they can do with technology nowadays, it's freaking scary when you think about it. So, anyway. But like I say, I don't care who people vote for. That's up to them. Just, yeah.
I mean, here too, you're basically relying on each state to have control of its election.
Yeah.
Secure it, which is questionable.
Well, well, I mean, it's this yes, we have we have our own state elections, and then we have the federal elections. So the federal election got called for May this year. And so we have the two major parties fighting it out at the moment. And the political ads are just as shit as the ones that I've seen examples of in other countries. And it's like, it's just, and some of it is that preposterous. You're just like, come on, idiots, get off the friggin' thing. Especially if you're watching YouTube, you'll get some of the ads will come through on YouTube, or one of the free-to-air TV stations that are streaming online. You'll still get the political ads. That's a cue to go to the Thunderbox chat. Some of the ones that we get over here, it's just like, because they give you the shits. You see what I did there?
Rob,
anyway.
Rob, he's out there in the UK. Yep.
Just think right now.
My
let's
opinion
vote
is
for an inanimate carbon rod,
If people at least got forced to vote in some way, then you can't just sit there and bitch and moan.
That's right.
Because at least you participate in the process. Now, what you do with that participation, that's up to you. But
that's right.
You can't bitch and moan when you actually get it.
That's right.
Hey, Pirate, thank you for the follow.
Just be a pirate TV fan.
Our turnout in last November was apparently lower,
right,
than it had been for whatever reasons, and things happened.
Yeah. And look, again, I just encourage people to vote, because that way then you have had your say. Whether they get in or not, whether the person gets in or not that you voted for, well, you don't have control over that, but you do at least have a chance to have your say. So,
yep, 100%.
Trust me, that music sounds like half the time that's what should be playing when we go into the voting thing.
I could see that.
I can imagine could you imagine Grandpa Taz as a pollster? Oh.
Imagine Grandpa Taz as a candidate or something. Imagine Grandpa as a candidate.
So listen here, you bastards. I'm running to run your friggin' country. If you don't vote for me, I'll come over there and kick your asses. I will. I'll find out where you live. I'll access my little notebook here that's got all the addresses written down of the bastards who don't vote for me, and I'll come down and kick your head in. Could you imagine Grandpa being that way for... No thanks. It's like, that's when I would vote for an adamant carbon rod. It's the safest bet. Actually, even better, could you imagine Grandpa Taz being the and look, Chad, I'm not trying to get too, just trying to have some fun. Could you imagine Grandpa Taz being the adjudicator? What do they call it? When they have the debate, They're like you have the what do they call like your
moderator.
moderator. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, moderator. Could you imagine Grandpa being the moderator? Oh, listen, bastard, get off the friggin' stage. You've had your 5 minutes. Piss off. Let the other bastard speak. Oh, it'd be just, you know. It's like, listen, he didn't say that. He said something else. Now you're arguing with him, you friggin' moron, and people are trying to vote for it. Could you imagine Grandpa would have a field day doing that? Oh, he'd be in his element.
For a debate. Pirate, no worries. Yeah, Lila Rose came in on Tuesday and sub-bombed unexpectedly.
Oh, no more
because she had missed my Saturday stream anniversary, and I guess she felt bad and sub-bombed me.
So, Lord Lego,
dummies.
Did you end up sub-bombing or bombing your own Thunderbox? It sounds like you're still in recovery mode from Tuesday.
Oh, it was just.
Oh, that was Thursday. It was Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Friday was just. Oh, my stomach was not happy with me.
I told him he was gonna have a bad time. He's like, "I'll be fine." On this, he said that on the stream.
Yeah,
we're not.
Yeah, what did I learn? Nothing.
So what's that? A MILS plate. Ooh.
What I'm doing tonight as well. Go MILS plate.
I forgot to talk about this, but I'm gonna take a few of these back off because I want to show something here. I talked about this a while back after I got a load of these from a Bricklink call or whatever, but so look at the parts I'm using, the 2x2s that are in there. It's these ones with the Technic pins.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to point this out because a lot of Bricklink sellers will have these for mad cheap in their stores because a lot of people have no way to use these. But when you're making a MILS plate, look at this. You can put this in here, and look, it provides a little bit more stability too because of the additional pin on there.
Hey, you actually know what as well, Matt? If you did a little cutaway there, Matt, that actually could look like a bit of pipe work, like a bit of plumbing. Especially you got it in the city, you could almost say that's like a little bit of pipe work area there.
Yep. Stuff happens. It does, yeah. Maybe not the right time to have like lunch. Well, I mean, as long as you don't like eat 20 beans, Rob, you'll probably be okay. Speaking of, I know that we don't have a lot of people necessarily here hanging out just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of makeup gummies of Lila's gift subs. So I still have what is it? What did she do the other day?
You got 5 left.
I have 5 left. Okay.
Yep. It's all in there. I can definitely. I understand that one. Well.
These hit hard when in the morning.
That's what you said.
I mean, Tolan, you're technically in what is sort of a kind of edgy swing state. It's on the tilt of that. I'm in New York. New York is what it is. New York is a blue.
My state was a swing state when I moved here. Not so much anymore.
No.
I was going to try and sub to you, Matt, but it looks like I think someone gifted me a sub to your channel. Was it Brick Sergeant? It might have been Brick Sergeant. I remember getting a sub recently to your channel because I was going to use my Prime sub, and I went, well, I can't now because I'm subbed, so it's all right. I can save it for someone. I think it might have been Brick Sergeant off memory. So
I think it was.
It's all right though. Still, it's appreciated. It's all good.
Come true.
What?
In bed.
All right, let's get this stuff.
Let's see. I'm trying to go back and look at the feed. I'm filtering things out.
That's right. I think it was Brick Sergeant.
Yeah.
Or Zach. It was someone, and maybe it could have been Zach. I don't know.
Rick Sargent gifted one last weekend to Yogurt Girl.
Okay.
Boom shakalaka.
But the ones that are community subs that Zach, Clipsy, and Lila did, I
Okay.
can't see who those went to at this point.
All right.
Hey, Binda. So somebody got
Binda.
subs for all those bombs that happened between Saturday and Tuesday.
Right.
I love how small it starts and how big it gets.
Right.
Yes, I said those words out loud.
That's right. He definitely
Yes,
did.
he did.
That's why. All right. So this is 2 out of 5. I see what you said, KO. I'm not going to read it. Ugh. Yeah, totally. I agree. It seems to kind of lean. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Somebody's making an appearance. Oh.
Someone's at the door.
Oreo was a little early.
Somebody's on the desk.
Oh, no, it's Oreo. Oh, meow. Hey, kitty.
Yep. All right.
Wow, Oreo is early.
She is. She is very early.
All I see is a tail. Is Oreo's tail. Just
Meow.
I gotta do something.
Mm-hmm. Oh. All right, 2 more. Ooh, look at all the pretty colors you got there, Dave.
Uh-huh. This is what we get to bid on next week or coming up soon.
I'm seeing some lime green there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, while I'm chewing on this gummy worm, do you want to talk about what we're going to do for the draft in terms of like letting people see it?
Yeah, so at Indulgent Girl's request, when we started talking about this a few weeks ago, she wanted to see it live. So next weekend or in May, whatever the date comes out to be, we're planning on running it right after Matt's stream on my channel, since I'm kind of hosting it. But yeah, so we'll raid in here from here to my channel before the draft, and then we will draft it live. What it is, I've got 3 copies of this classic set I got on a Christmas deal from Walmart, and then 4 copies of the Fountain Garden. That is, or no, not sorry, that's the wrong one.
No, the
4
Fox.
copies of the Fox 3-in-1 set that I bought from Lego, and we will be just creating a fantasy football style draft of the parts. So on my other screen here, I have the part lists from both sets, and then I've merged together any duplicate pieces that show up in both of the sets, and have a giant list, and the participants will get the list, and then we'll just go through that, and each person picks what they want until we're down to brick separators, basically.
Yep.
Or eyeball.
We've had a case where somebody couldn't. Nice trick, KO. We had a case where somebody couldn't make a draft, and we gave them the brick separators, if I recall.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's very possible.
That we did, and they also received all of like the little eyeball tiles.
Yeah, because nobody wants those ever. Because it's like, what the hell are you gonna do with them?
Yeah. or Technic pins potentially.
I mean,
Oh, I'll take those.
I could even take those at this point with what I've been doing. All right,
Yeah.
you need to get down. Come on. You have to move. Come on.
Hi, kitty.
No, she's not very happy with me because I made her move. All right. So what am I actually going to be doing?
When a cat's actually happy, though, that's the thing.
So this is an
When
old
they're getting
building.
all the attention.
This is an old building I had in the city around my Chinatown area that I built in 2021. It was definitely pre-streaming.
Wow.
So it's kind of a little marketplace type of building where there's a couple of first floor shops and then there's something on the second floor, which I'll get to. But the idea, as I usually do with these kind of things, is to move them from a regular plate like this to this to fit in the to still be revamped city. So the plan today is to work on that process. But a lot of folks here, as previously noted, have not seen some of the builds that I've done. So I'm going to take a few minutes to actually go over what's here before I start the process. So I'm going to take off the second floor. Mario, go hang out somewhere. All right. So first floor, I forgot how I came up with the ideas for this. It might have just been because I had spare parts of certain things here. The first section here, you see it has the word police on there. This is a cop supply shop. So just all kinds of police accessories. Bye, KO. Thanks for hanging out.
See ya, KO.
See you, mate.
Yeah, the idea is this is a police supply shop. Like, so a new cop gets hired, right? And they need supplies, and they come in with like a voucher or something to validate, they're a cop and they need to buy their supplies, additional things or whatever. Or they just need to buy bulk of something. So they come here to buy stuff. Walkie-talkies, binoculars, batons.
You can see me wearing a wig.
Sorry, Matt. I'm trying to do a shout out for you and it threw up my thing. Sorry, mate.
What did I put in there?
Oh, I was trying to shout out KO, but because I'd only first time chatted in your thing, it threw up my shout out for my stream. Sorry, mate.
No worries. I'm trying to remember what I put inside this little locked cell here. I can't tell right now though. But anyway, I'm going to work on moving that and then this other thing over. The other thing is very random, but it's actually a currency exchange. Right? So...
like Western Union. We got Western Union does currency exchange.
Big.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it, buddy. I had some custom stickers from somebody from a long time ago, and I decided to use them for this. So it's a small, if I can get this on camera correctly, it's just a small shop where you can go in and literally do currency exchanges into other denominations, or you can do Western Union kind of things. There's a small currency store there, right, with a locked door on there. But yeah. Now, too bad TJ lurked out, and I know why he did, because he's hanging out elsewhere this morning.
What?
Because London Bridge Bricks is doing a very random Saturday stream today. And our friends Lady McBrick and TJ are hanging out on stream with him.
I guess we'll allow that.
Yeah. So the second floor. This was the main idea of what this build was going to be. I didn't know what the first floor would be when I started it, but the second floor I had it in mind, and I wanted to create this for a while at the time. It's a dojo.
Oh, I did a little dojo a few years back. Yeah, it's cool.
If you think, like Karate Kid or Cobra Kai, right? Cobra Kai is a hot thing right now. This is like Cobra Kai, right? Their dojo, right? So there's a couple random like Ninjago banners on the wall or something. I got a bunch of different type of figures wearing their gis there.
Can I ask a question relating to that, Matt? Did you get the Lego City when they were doing the road plates? They did a set and it had a little pizzeria, and then upstairs it actually had like a martial arts or like a dojo as well, and it had some.
I did not get that. No.
Okay, all right.
Tell me where in the world is
Alexandre017.
Hi, Alex. Dark Sky, look at my title.
Alex.
Dark Sky, back to city work. No more space for a while. I'm back to city stuff. Which I know Dark Sky's like, oh! Strike hard, strike first, no mercy.
There is a will.
That's right. So, yeah, second floor is the dojo. There's just a small changing room and then the main office. It's almost just like the Cobra Kai that you saw in the original Karate Kid, right? Where there's a small office and then they have the main training floor. That's kind of what I was going for here, where there's like a trophy space and all that stuff. And then there's a mirror and all that. So that's what the second floor is. I don't have to worry about changing this. But I do have to move all this stuff over. I want to watch Cobra Kai, but I'm not subscribing to anything. I might need to try and what is it on Netflix now?
It was last time we had Netflix, yeah. I don't know if it's still there or not. But
it started on YouTube Red, I think, the YouTube subscriber thing. And then it moved over to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I had Netflix a long time ago, and then I dropped it for D+. And D+ is the only thing I've got at the moment. So, I don't know, but technically, with my cable subscription that I have, which actually comes from my apartment complex, so I'm not paying for it comes part of my rent technically, which is cool. They made a contract agreement with Disney Plus, and it's now coming to me through my cable subscription. So that's kind of cool. So I'm actually not paying for that anymore.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, we pay for Disney Plus and Prime Video, and that's it.
I also do not have Amazon Prime. Greg apparently gets it for like quarter of the price, which isn't fair.
Is he getting like student pricing from one of his kids?
Nope.
No, education pricing. You should be able to get it, Dave.
Oh, you said education?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go check it out.
Okay, I will do that.
All right. So I had to take a picture to make sure I kind of know how this is supposed to lay back out if I forget what I'm doing.
Make sure it didn't happen.
I mean, exactly, right? Exactly.
I'm muting myself because I'm making a whole ton of noise, so I don't want to disrupt.
Okay. Alex, Alex just getting to be like Clipsy, where he builds more offline than he does online.
He's probably letting out some sort of epic fart while he's got his mic muted. That's what he's doing, chat. That's code. He's probably dropped some gigantic gut-wrenching fart.
Who, me? No, I'm...
Got him.
Oh,
Got him.
Not me. Not me.
Stuff away. I'm making a hell of a lot of noise.
Alex, don't get into talking about backlogs, dude. You have no idea how much stuff is inside my closet over here. In fact, actually, you know what? We're going to do something. All right, let me see if I can get this door open without the cat trying to run in here as I open it. If we're going to talk about backlogs, we're going to do this.
Oh, we're going to see the famous closet?
Fuck.
Road trip?
Oreo just freaking ran in there as soon as I opened the door.
Road trip.
As we all await with bated breath.
I'm trying to angle it because I have to be able to show the shelving too. I have to wait for her to actually get out of the space. I can't close it. All right. Let me see if I can. All right. So there are closet doors you're going to see here. That's the ones I took off from the other room, so I can use that additional space in the city room. I keep them in here, but let me go big screen. I'm going to take myself off so I don't impede the view.
Oh,
look at, you want to talk about backlog? Look at all the big sets that she's like standing on. There's like Ninjago stuff there. There's stuff piled around the doors. There's stuff on those shelves. Those shelves are filled with all kinds of random sets. And in fact, here, let me lighten this up a bit because it's still kind of dark on my phone.
I've got a bit of a backlog too. That it's
there we go. There you
grown
go.
very much, but it hasn't stopped
Right?
either.
Look at all this stuff that's piled in there. Alex, I don't want to hear you complaining about a backlog. That's a backlog.
What do you reckon is the oldest set that you have in the backlog at the moment, Matt?
Oh, I have no idea right now.
One of mine would be the Joker Manor from the Batman. What was it, the Lego Batman movie? The Joker Manor. That's probably one of them in the backlog. Oh, actually, no, probably older than that. Not by much though. Would be the Quickie Mart from The Simpsons.
Do I have space? I still have a little bit of space in the closet. The problem is that the doors that I have sitting in there kind of make the space awkward. And I could have a little bit more room if I didn't keep the doors in there like I am, but that's kind of the best place I have to put them right now. Unfortunately. And I put them in there before I made this into like my streaming space. So that was like 4 years ago. I mean, that's the problem we all have though, right? We see things we want. We're like, oh my God, I need to get this, but I really don't need to, but I still need to.
Yep. I'm going to have that when I go to Brookstream. I'll be like, I really shouldn't buy that, but I will.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to take us back off screen here. Right? Did I need to buy this right now? No, but I did. Lego be bad with, well, actually, and Bloomy Funhole. These companies be bad with making us want to buy all the things. But yeah, Taz, I announced that I'm going to be getting into my Funhole now.
Look, I'm sure Grandpa would always, say things like, when is it not a good time to, be doing Funhole stuff, if you know what I mean. But yes, I can, I have fun. See, that's, look, have fun with Funhole.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Now, that being said, I know he's not here because it's still early. Nobody gets as deep into their Funhole as Clipsy Bricks does. Clipsy loves his Funhole. that being said, Jang really, really loves Funhole, except he hates the name. He despises the name. Yeah.
He loves the brand. I've changed it.
He's thrilled. He is so thrilled.
Yes.
Funhole is great. Like mirror. Oh, okay. Somebody else. I think Clipsy was one saying he was going to mirror build the skate shop. because they all seem to be building a certain way. But I'm thinking, because I think it could fit on a 32 by 32 plate, I'll build it right onto a MILS, and then I can maybe build something to the side of it in the space that isn't used.
That's one of the things I still haven't figured out if I want to incorporate it into my city or not.
That kind of thing, I think I probably will. I'm not going to mock it. I'm just going to leave it as it is because I don't want to mix my Lego with, the Go bricks to make up a, a Fun Hole Lumi set.
I don't mind the new name for it. I didn't have an issue with Fun Hole. I thought it was a great name. Great name.
I mean, a number of people seem to like the name, but I think they kind of perceive that they're going to get bigger and be an actual competition. That maybe, talking about your fun hole all the time is not necessarily a good thing.
They're going to seriously give, if they, I think they've started to already. They're giving Lego a little bit of a run.
They need to. Lego needs competition, serious competition. 100%. Lego needs competition.
They do.
Bigger funnels are not a bad thing. I mean, it guess it depends on your perspective on that.
I know.
I'm taking stuff out of the build here. Bella, no, you're not going to go in there.
Really feels like I have not made much progress at all at the moment, but yeah, I've got a.
I mean,
I've
we're
got
just
a
talking
lighthouse.
about fun holes in general, there, James. I don't know if anybody in particular.
What? Oh, I didn't charge this light. Oh,
Fail.
Definitely a fail. All right, here's the fun part whenever I do this, where I have to strip the building off the foundation without destroying it. And then I'll move the tiles. That's where this IT computer repair tool also comes in handy, because I can get in there with that little slotted section and slowly pry the plate off from the brick sections here.
Sorry, Matt, if I can ask a question instead of curiosity, are you getting my Stream Deck sounds through at your end?
No, it's not coming through.
They're not coming through. They're coming through on my end. It's really weird.
It's probably because of just the way that the Restream works. You have to pump it all out through one audio. Technically,
That's what I thought I was doing. Yeah,
it's probably going to your audio, but it's not coming through the Restream audio.
Strange.
Let's see if I can get this middle section off. All right, bye, Alex. Nice to see you for a few minutes.
See you, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that section is separated. Definitely seems to be a lurky kind of day for the stream. So I see we have some numbers, but chat's kind of quiet, which is fine. We had craziness on last weekend, so that's all good. Oh, I need to update my freaking timer, my news timer. All right, can I get this off? Oh, no worries, Pyrex, no worries. Lurkers are just as important to a stream as people actively in chat.
Oh yeah.
All right. And look at that. I was able to separate the building. Yay.
Great.
Yay.
It's a nice, just chill day of building. I'm good with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I have to concentrate a little bit as I'm doing this. Uh-oh.
It's working now. There you go.
There's something.
There we go.
I'm like, what was that?
And, that sounded like grandpa music.
No, Grandpa's theme song is the theme for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay, right. Yep, I know that one.
Love that show. Another Larry David show, for those that don't know. Also responsible, of course, for Seinfeld.
Yep.
There you go.
I was one of the few people who was not into Seinfeld.
Neither was I. I just know that Larry David was, responsible for, or was he showrunner or whatever for Seinfeld, and then went on to do Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I think he's actually even in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like he's actually in it. So.
I'm trying to make sure that you get your tiles in the right spot again as you move everything. It's always a challenge when you do this.
Yeah, I had to pull up some water tiles and do some more tiling again as I'm doing something similar, Matt.
What the hell was that?
Greg, what are you doing?
I really don't know.
Help Greg sort him out. You tell him he's boss.
I don't think Greg can tell anybody because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, all right. I got it.
All right. Ooh, yay. Portion of it moved. Yay.
There you go. I made a decision. I'm not putting a bell tower on.
How dare you?
I keep looking at it, thinking about it. I'm like, this doesn't. I don't think it fits what I'm looking to do. And something is.
Doesn't fit the vibe.
No. And I'm wondering if my problem with my roof isn't a problem with my roof.
What do you mean?
Which, if that's the case, I am not going to be happy.
No, what do you mean by that?
Because I'm wondering if this second floor is warping. And that's what's causing my problem.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes putting weight on it unwarps it or dewarps it or whatever. Because I've thought I've had that problem with some of my stuff, and then I've put weight on it, and it's sort of corrected it again.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's
Morning,
squirrels.
squirrels.
Let's
Oh,
go.
squirrels. Good
All
idea.
right. All right, I got to do some work.
Morning, Biscuit. How you doing? Scout from the run. Oh, okay, yeah. Go de-stinkify.
Oh, what the shopper stand?
Well, she said she's got to go shower, so I'm saying go.
Well, she was going to the Thunderbox. I'm like, well, did we need to know that she was going to the Thunderbox? Because I mean, that's what I associate stinkifying or de-stinkifying is, some aerosol spray. Well, as in your country might know it as Febreze. We don't have. I don't think we have Febreze here. We have Glen 20 is one that we have.
I mean, to be fair, she's the one that admitted on her own stream. I said something about swamp acid. She said, "Yep."
Especially in that city at this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, it's only going to get worse.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you see Grandpa taking a can of Glen 20 to the Thunderbox, you know to avoid it for a while.
I think I figured it out.
I need to make sure that this is aligning correctly.
Yep, I figured it out. It was 2 tile moves, and this looks like it's now should be sitting correctly.
All right. Oh, that's looking good. Okay.
Really? Sure.
After I finish this, I got to figure out what's next.
There we go. That's in. That's all in.
So we're all concentrating on what we're doing.
I kind of have to for this because of how I had to move everything over and get in the right spot.
I'm concentrating because something is it's not working right.
Greg is messing up.
I need to figure out why this is not doing what I want it to do.
Okay, how did I do this?
Oh no!
That's what it sounded like. Yep.
Yes.
That's what it sounded like.
Sorry.
Greg was having good vibes.
Not anymore.
All of a sudden, now he's starting to just like biff everything.
No, I'm not. I'm not tearing this build apart. No, I'm fixing the build to get it to where it needs to be. No, I put the 1x3 white tiles away. That remember I said, "Oh look, now I've got a hole more than I thought." So then I went to go grab the bag back out because I'm like, "Oh, I need a 1x3 white tile." Yeah. Then the 1x4 white tile, all the bag of 1x4 tiles I just put away, just spilled all over the damn place.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Stream Deck's not happy about it.
Sounds like it sucks to be Greg. So we're talking yesterday, right? I ended up taking like a half day for like some comp time I had from the server updates last month. And I told Greg, I'm like, he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why don't you take a half day? He's like, I can't. I'm like, why? He goes, well, because I'm the only manager that's actually on today. I'm like, well, it sucks to be you in Longcore.
Yeah, my boss was taking his daughter to college. Like, hey, new acceptance thing program, and then the other manager, I think this is one time I think I'd rather be working because he was helping family move.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll work.
Please stay tuned. And thank you for your support.
Yeah, moving is no fun. That's why I haven't done it in a while. And I haven't done it since I got back into Lego, especially. So the thought of
man, if I move, oh my god, talk about a headache.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what I have to do right now if I had to pack up and move.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Because if we have to, scary thought.
There we go. Fixed. That's fixed. But she's gonna come in and go, whoa, so what did Greg actually build today? Not a thing.
Well, that was Greg on Thursday too.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one then. I don't feel bad now.
Well, Taz, you tell stories, right? You do other stuff to entertain. Greg was trying to build for an hour and a half on Thursday and just had epic fails.
So how many bricks did he actually place onto a base plate? Was it double digits or less?
Yeah. No, it was definitely double digits because I had to rebuild the roof.
Was it less than 50?
I don't know. I'd have to count. It was this.
Pixar didn't happen, Greg. Pixar didn't happen.
It was a whole thing, Taz.
I didn't see it. Like I said, right? Pixar didn't happen, Greg.
Oh.
Wow.
Who let this guy on? Oh. The harassment.
No, look, I get it. Like, hey, look, you all make fun of me when I put 9, and I'm counting 9. You all keep saying it's 8. I'm saying it's 9. I put 9 of these, right? 9 of these. Where's my camera? There it is, because I'm a streamer. There, right? 9 of them in what? 3 hours? 2 and a bit hours, whatever it was. 4 hours. Shit, it was even worse.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 hours, I sent the message to Matt. I said, Matt, it has been on 2 hours now. Have you seen anything go on? He's like,
nope.
First 2 hours, 0, nada, nothing, not a single damn thing.
Yep.
At least I rebuilt the roof.
There you go. You have an audience that approves. See, it's nice to have fun, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's try this again. But yeah, I'm not putting a phone around. I've been looking at them.
Can somebody in chat do like exclamation super grumble or something? That's all I'm hearing right now. Or you know what? I'll just do it myself. Hold on, I'll do it myself. Hold on.
Surprised you haven't got it as a Stream Deck button.
That's literally all I'm hearing.
Everybody's hitting all that.
All right, so that's interesting. There's like 4 numbered bags in this set. I guess to build some of the stuff that they have in the picture, and then just a whole lot of miscellaneous. So that explains why some of these pieces aren't all there, even though they're all in this set. Kind of annoying.
You're going to be able to work to get parts sorted.
Yeah.
Redesign number 4 on the roof.
I agree though. Like, yeah, why Greg why?
Redesign again on the roof.
Better even. Look at that. Sort of getting something.
Well, I mean, you kind
It's
of
not epic.
that when you were a guest on a stream, you actually tend to be productive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I've actually got, at least this stream, I've gotten some stuff done. Like, if you're ever doing terrain, you know that it takes a while. Like, terrain takes a while. You can kiss goodbye a few hours very easily, and it'll feel like you haven't done anything. But when you go back and have a look, it's tedious work. Like, it's not. I feel like, yeah, as a mock builder, it's not something that you knock over in 5 minutes. There's no instructions.
Hear that?
Trying to figure out there's little things, and I'm trying to add effects and depth perception to it as well. So I'm still trying to figure all that out and make it look as, as good as I can, which is not always easy, but I do count myself a little bit better as a terrain builder, not necessarily a buildings builder, but we'll see. A lot of times we are our own worst critic.
Yep.
I'm trying to get a little bit better with it though. My daughter came down the other day and had a look at the little marina, like the little guest services thing, and she loved it. She thought it was great because, like, I pulled off the roof and showed her because the roof comes off easy, and showed her the interior, and she's like, "Oh, you've got a washer and dryer in there, Dad?" I said, "Yeah, well, it's like a little laundry." "Oh, she's got a shower and you got 2 thunder boxes." I said, "Yeah." She knew everything that she could see. She knew exactly what they were, and I'm just like, "No, that's awesome." So I'm gonna try and sort of, rate myself a little bit better than what I don't need to be as harsh on myself as I usually am.
Yeah, that's why, keep saying you actually do really good work.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you. I know that a lot of us do. Like anyone that does a mock, I mean, there's actually a really good exception to that, but we don't need to go down that road. But for anyone that does do a mock, yeah, it's not easy. It is just expressing that little bit of creativity and some like doing massive, huge, gargantuan, Green Dottie style builds. Others are a little bit more minimalistic or whatever,
Mm-hmm. But that's why I like doing what I do, where I share my process. I want people to see what it's like to be a mock builder, because there's so few of us that do this on the Twitch side for sure.
Yeah, And I've been trying to do that, at least on my streams and that as well. It's trying to, you know, when I am in build mode, or at least trying to work on something, is sort of talk through the process a little bit, and just hope that, you know, I don't put my audience to sleep. So I could be the cure for narcolepsy.
What?
All right, but yay, that move went successfully. Yay!
Yay!
Now I just got to make sure that these things are actually.
We will approve.
Not done.
Done well. See?
Yes.
I'm proud of you, Matt.
Just got to make sure that all the bricks are connected for the building here. Make sure everything is stable and secured.
Stable. What the hell you want stable for? Secured? What?
I'm going to leave
Should
that
be
alone.
right, mate. Should be right.
All right. What's up, Q Monkey?
Hey, G Monkey.
What's happening, G Monkey?
Orangey monkey.
And with that, got a MILS plate. Hell yeah.
Yay.
Which means now it's
Nice.
easier to place and move around once I figure out where it's going to go in the city, along with everything else.
Morning, Indulgent.
Hi, Indulgent. Sugar.
I indulgent. Indulgent kill.
All right. Yes, please. Oh, you need more? Okay, hang on. But be careful. If you give Indulgent Girl water, hydration, something else might happen. Something else might happen. What a world! What a world! Oh.
Yes, I am a gladiator in the sack, but that's beside the point.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Noted.
Where's Laldo?
Where is Laldo?
Where's Laldo?
Good question.
One sub away.
Just imagine the hilarity of searching for Laldo while pulling up your pants.
It was such a bizarre TTS.
That was the most random, hilarious TTS ever. Like, where the hell did that even come from? We wasn't talking about pulling up your pants.
Yeah, now it goes to a cosplay. Oh God, what did I do? All right, now.
I don't think do I have a Dave? I don't think I have a Dave.
What?
I'm looking at my command list here because Brick Sergeant did exclamation Dave.
Oh, I thought that we did have one. But maybe
There's
not.
Dave Chair, Dave Feel, and Dave Rock.
Oh.
I probably could just make those into a Dave to make it easy, kind of like I did for Skrills and Alex, where I combine a bunch of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wow. Really?
Tasmania 23 asked me, will Law Lego find his pants? Let me tell you, folks, whether Law Lego finds his pants or not is entirely a matter of personal responsibility. Pants are an essential part of one's attire, and it's crucial that each individual keeps track of their own clothing. If Lol Lego has misplaced his pants, one can only hope he retraces his steps and takes decisive action to recover them. Responsibility is key, my friends.
Even with that, he's very diplomatic.
And for that, you get that.
Oh, it was worth it though.
Jackass.
Hey, my turn. A little bit of fun, I guess.
Oh, what? Really?
This one ought to be interesting.
Oh, God. I don't like that at all.
I do have like a minute timeout, so it takes a minute. Oh. All right.
Tape 2, Brooks asked me, will anyone be able to find Laldo while pulling up their pants? Oh, the grand mystery of Laldo and his missing pants, a real brain teaser for the ages. With the collective intellectual prowess of this chat, I'm sure you'll get this case wide open. Or maybe you'll just rip your own pants in the process. Either way, it's bound to be an amusing spectacle of ineptitude. You're welcome for the motivation.
That definitely sounds like a Dr. House. All right, James, do you want the gorilla? Is that what you want?
Tonight's episode is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our age. Where did Laldo's pants disappear? To the Bermuda Triangle Atlantis. Shaq's underwear drawer.
Oh.
We will need your help to solve this mystery. Please call our tip line at 1-800-876-5353. Thank you.
Well done. You got the phone number. Wow. I remember that phone number now that you did that.
Right?
I totally remember that number now. Oh, that's funny. All right, James, if you want this, I'll do this for you, right? I'll do this for James. Phil Collins, I am that. But there you go, James. Hope you enjoyed that. A little freebie for you. Oreo, come on. Go lay down somewhere. YouTube side, hello. Brett, welcome. Hope you're well. I see the private chat. Yeah, I know. we don't need to talk about that here.
Well, no, that's why I was backstage.
Yep. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Hope you're well.
Oh my God.
All right, so I wasn't prepared as to what I wanted to do after this. Yeah, it looks good on a MILS plate now. Hell yeah. And because I did it like kind of horizontal and not like depth wise, this gives me a little bit of flexibility as to where I can put things like this too. So we'll see. I still have no concept of what I want to do with the city at the moment. Like there's a ton of stuff on the floor. I did pull up a couple more things yesterday too when I was getting that out of the room. But I think what I probably should do is maybe try to do a little bit of sorting for a little bit too, just to kind of catch up while I figure out the next steps maybe for the Sunday stream. Do I want to start playing with my fun hall on Sunday, or what do I want to do? I'm not sure.
Always time for fun hole.
There always can be time for your fun hole, which is true.
Hey, Chris, hope you're well, mate.
Hey, cool. Where's that?
See, all this plates I forgot that I had bought a number of weeks ago, and now I'm putting space on hold, so I don't even know when I'm going to use them. That's okay. I've got a lot of stuff in reserve. Lots of inventory. I mean, I would love one right now too, Indulgent. I would love one. And not a Texas one, actual Outback one. The Texas one did not do it for me like I thought it would. Wait, Indulgent Girl sleeps? I didn't realize she did.
What?
Based on the chat. No such thing as
I think even 200-year-old witches need to sleep every once in a while.
Do they?
Oh, ask the 200-year-old witch. Indulgent says she's a 200-year-old witch.
I know. I'm saying do they. I was posing it to chat.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, I need to find a door frame.
I need. It'd be cool to have that in the front section. I'll have to figure that out.
What's a bit of history of one brain? Oh, jeez. I went to bed at like 11 o'clock my time. Woke up at 6:15, and I feel like I have no brain cells.
Yeah, sometimes when I hit the live button, like it is getting late-ish. So usually it'll be anywhere from 9:30, 10 o'clock in the evening, because that's, you know, the kids are well and truly in bed. Mrs. Taz and Bubba Taz are in bed, and you know, I can cruise on down to the Lego room and you know, fire everything up and go live. I used to be able, before Baby Taz came along, I could actually stream during the daytime for me or a bit earlier, even like for, you know, the US sort of side of things. But at the moment, it turns out being early morning. But it works.
Well, some people like Dave, excuse me, are night owls.
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
Whereas I'm
yeah,
more of a morning person technically, although I don't like getting up earlier than I have to.
Oh, I'm the same, especially during the week for work. Like, I will not get up any earlier unless I absolutely have to. Not much though. A lot still to do.
Grumbling. I still hear grumbling in the background.
What?
Huh? What?
Me?
Oh.
Hey.
I might actually watch some progress movie. Might. Ooh. That's not fun, G-Monkey.
Hey, brother Jeff, how you going, mate?
Oh,
man.
Hey, brother Jeff, welcome in. Feels work not. Oh, you work regularly on Saturday? Well, that's not fun. I did that briefly for a side job a while back, working on Saturdays, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. I think weekends are important.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even if you're just yourself or whatever, it's still, you know, I made the mistake when I was young and silly. Now I'm just old and silly, but when I was young and silly, I used to work every weekend shift I could get because it was money back then, and like I was saving money. I could afford to do things with my money back then. Was it very economically sensible decisions? No. But you know, I don't live in regret. It's like, it is what it is. But weekends now are just massively important.
I mean, I value the weekend to just kind of make that clear, distinct separation from work.
Yeah, yeah, you
Get my
need to.
mind away from everything and be like, okay, reset. You know, it's going to come back again. Monday will be here before you realize it, but
Yeah.
take that time to reset. Do other things that you like. You know, like this.
Wait,
like I'm doing now.
weekends aren't long enough.
No.
They're
Well, because
really
like I
not.
know for me, right? Like Sunday hits and it's like, okay, well, it's still the weekend, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's like the last day, and you know, by the time like it hits, you know, mid-afternoon, it's like, well, now it's just like a weekday because now I'm kind of done with work at this point. It's going to be like a regular day again.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's how I feel on the Sunday. I get to Sunday lunchtime and it's like, really, there's not like I you know, I can do little jobs and stuff, but it's not worth getting invested into anything full on.
Yeah. I know that there has been chatter about piloting the idea of a 4-day work week in some places.
Yeah.
But that I don't think that would work where I am because the university needs to have either like Tuesday, Thursday scheduling for classes or like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It just seems to work that way.
Yeah.
Well, they could do Monday, Wednesday, and then
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday probably would work, but it'd be a massive cultural shift.
Yeah, true.
I'm piling in the 410 schedule for a position I had hired for.
My company's definitely done 410s at times.
I don't know if I could do a 410 though.
I've done them. They're not. It's not.
Is that a 4 off and then 10 on?
No, four 10-hour days
Oh, sorry, 4 10-hour days.
instead of
Okay.
5 8s.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I could do that every day. Or not, you know, even 4 days I think would be, yeah. I mean, it's 40-hour work.
I
We're supposed to be getting paid a little
want
bit
that
more.
separation. I just want that separation at that point. Be like, okay, it's done. You know, I still have a little bit of time left in the evening, and I can actually do stuff, and I feel like I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. Other people might be able to thrive with it. I don't know.
I enjoyed it when I was working nights. But yeah, I mean, during the day it does seem harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably force myself into it if I absolutely had to, but I don't want to. Plus, I like, you know, separating off from work at 4 o'clock or 4:15 or whatever I do. Being like, okay, I'm going to have dinner and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do my streaming thing on the days that I do that. Or if I'm not streaming myself, I'm going to go watch other people, other friends that are streaming and completely separate from work.
Yeah.
If I'm working until, you know, 6 o'clock or 6:30, because it's a 10-hour day, it's like, well, I'm not going to stream at that point. Probably. You know, because I'll have to rush. Ooh. Side note. Ooh, Dave, I found a crystal.
Oh, nice.
Random crystal. I don't know. I don't think I could ship as well. On the other hand, Greg seems to be fine with it because Greg works like 80 hours a week anyway because he works for Log Corp and they bend him over.
Deep finding a piece.
Oh, look at that, Matt. Someone else there on the YouTube's watching you as well. What do they say over there? Hit that like button, everyone.
Hit that like button, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Thank you, YouTube people. Trying to keep the channel going with streaming and with some content. I just recorded some more stuff yesterday to put out over the next few weeks.
There you go.
I've had fun conversations with Clipsy about how he does his YouTubing versus how I'm doing it. Because I use my channel display primarily for showing off the stuff I build on stream, right? I do a sort of little review video of my builds and just highlight them and profile them.
Yeah.
You know, that video is then there forever because, you know, the VODs don't stay around.
No.
But Clipsy likes to make it a weeks-long production on his part just to pump out one video. And he does like time-lapsing stuff, and he'll spend like 2 weeks editing the video. I'm like, I just use templates and get stuff out there. I can do like 5 videos in a day if I want to, because I can use the same template and put the raw video into the template.
Like I can understand that. I just, you know, for me, why I don't do YouTube content anymore is because I think there's more genuinity here on Twitch.
I think so too.
That's
why it's my focus.
There's not as fake sort of facades that seem to get put up when you think that people might actually be your friend or something like that, and behind your back, they're just backstabbing or whatever else they want to do. Don't seem to really get that here. It seems to be just a little bit more genuinity and you know, and I think that says a lot for this platform and that as well. That, you know, like we've had some really fantastic streams. Like I've had even streams where the numbers might not have been great, but the people in the chat have made the stream. And like I didn't care if I was streaming to 4 people or 40 or 100.
Yep.
You know, if your chat's not vibing with it, you know, you're gonna know yourself as the host. But so far, like, you know, I haven't really had those sort of really bad experiences with chat or anything like that. It's been fun being able to be myself and not be judged behind closed doors. It's people in the chat that keep coming back and having fun, because that's all it is. I don't have to, behind the closed doors, have to private message people and say, oh no, I just meant this. Or there just seem to be more sort of misunderstandings, I think, over on the other platforms. But there doesn't seem to be as much here where, you know, I think it's just, I feel it's a bit more of a cozier, I feel more comfortable. And I think that then translates into what you're doing as a host as well, is that, you know, you chat smart enough to see that you're relaxed, you're having a good time. That's why you're doing it. You're not here for any other reason, and you're being who you are, or you're trying to be who you are as a person, not act a certain way when the camera's on, and then when the camera's off, you're someone else. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. It's just that there's a genuine sense of real community here.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Including with the larger streamers. Not all of them, but some of them are very, very supportive of the smaller groups.
They are.
And make a point to really help with it, with things.
Which is really surprising, because you don't get that over on, especially the other main sort of platform where people do streaming. It seems here.
Well, because everybody's out for themselves on the other platform.
True. Yeah, exactly.
Forces that.
Yeah. Whereas here it doesn't.
Everybody else. No, you really don't. I mean, there is an algorithm, so to speak, but it's not the same. It's not based on competition.
Yeah, true. In discoverability is more difficult here, but in a way too, I think that thins out maybe some of the the audience that might be a bit more wanting to cause shit, drama, or potentially just get in there and you know, sort of bully tactics and then just piss off and leave. Because you don't seem to really get that as certainly as much over here, where someone comes into the chat, you know, they might have a bit more time to let you introduce yourself and who you are and what you're doing on your stream. And if they like it, great. If they don't, they leave, but they usually don't make much of a noise about it. They just leave. And you can get on with your stream without thinking that you've offended them or you've upset them or something like that. It's, you know, it's, oh, hey, such and such, because it lets you know if they're a new chatter. And it's like, thanks to, you know, like I don't call my lurkers out, but if someone does pop in the chat, because it'll let you know if they're a first time chatter, then yeah, you can open up that conversation path with them. And if they feel comfortable, they stay. If they don't, they go. But at least you're and you're giving yourself, or you and them, a chance to be introduced, and not trying to put up a barrier or anything like that. So I just think there's a little bit more genuinity here. And I've seen that especially in the last 12 months. I've noticed that a lot more. And like to get some of the biggest streamers, and we all know who they are, that do come in and support our channel, not just come in and chat, but they will then pop in and do, you know, gifts, subs and all that sort of stuff, or they'll start a hype train or something like that. And it is so friggin' cool because, you know, you feel welcomed. You don't feel like a small fish in a big pond. You feel welcomed, and it's not ass kissing. It's just trying to be nice. But over on the other platform, you do that and you get accused of being everything else but. And it's like, at least here, it doesn't really seem to happen that way. It seems to be you're just trying to be a nice person. And I don't know. I think the world needs a bit more of the nice stuff and a bit less of the other shit and drama that's going on.
Just a little bit, especially in these times.
Yeah. Just a little. Just a tiny bit.
Tiny bit. Greg, oh my God.
No
shut up. You're so loud right now.
It's like, yeah, Greg.
Greg, shut up.
Can't get away in edgeways, Greg. Jeez.
I know.
But I mean, like over here, like, mate, like if you make a mistake, you can either apologize or you can explain and move on. And chat seems to be, you know, whether they're understanding, not necessarily, that might not always be forgiving, but they're at least a bit more understanding. Don't really get that opportunity over on the other place. It seems to be basically you make one little error and they jump on you like a pack of dogs to a three-legged cat. At least over here, doesn't seem to be that way, which is,
Well,
you know, you can be a bit more comforting.
Certain people feel like they own the platform and they really have no right to say that. That's all.
Yeah.
Who went and made you the police to say who can do what?
Oh, exactly. But I haven't experienced that over here at all. It's been a case of, you know, we do our thing, and
there's been instances of people trying to bring drama to us, and that's been taken care of appropriately.
Yes, 100%. And that's sometimes, look, that's the nature of social media. You're going to find that even on Instagram or Facebook or other places, you're always going to find that element of that, but it's taken care of early. And I believe this platform has better management for that than other platforms do. And, you know, that's a testament to the programmers for Twitch and what they, or the management of Twitch and what they try to encourage or not encourage, you know.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's just everybody is here to support everybody. There isn't this whole, well, I'm streaming, therefore you can't be on mentality. Everybody just goes on when they want to go on. And
Exactly.
people open multiple tabs. They try to support everybody as much as they reasonably can.
But we can raid. That's the best thing with Twitch is that your favorite streamer or streamer that you might like is on at the same time as you are. You can't help global's not a word, global. You can't help global time zones. Yes, it might be 10 o'clock in the evening for me, but it might be 9 o'clock in the morning for one of my favorite streamers in another country. But if 10 o'clock at night's the only time that I can go on, well, then that's the time that I can go on. I can't help the time zone. Like I know sometimes Fonzie's been live when I've been live or vice versa. And we've either rated each other or I've rated someone else because I might have rated him recently or, so I still try and spread the Twitch love out a bit more to newer ones that I haven't rated yet. But, at least though, if I go, oh shit, Fonzie's on, well, I've missed his stream. Oh, you know what? I can rate him. If there wasn't anyone else on that, or, if I'm looking for English speaking channels and there's only 3 on in the Lego category and one of them speaks English and the rest of them don't, well, then I'm most likely going to favor the English speaking channel. And if it happens to be one of your friends that is streaming at that time, well, it's a bonus. It's like, hey, I can now show you some support and here's my audience. Yeah. It's I think the raid thing is probably one of the best things Twitch has going for it is welcoming new people in, but also as a host, you're showing your support to your friends. If you've picked someone who you do consider a streaming buddy or a genuine or an IRL friend that you've actually met at a show or whatever, you can still show your support, even though you might have been live when they were live. There's no backstabbing behind closed doors and behind, certain situations. There seems to be a little bit more of a, well, I guess they went live because that's the time that they can go live,
Oh, right on, Jeff. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, on this platform, everybody's welcome to do it. That's the great part, right? If you got a camera, you got a computer, you got a mobile device, and you can hit that button, then do it. That's the thing. People welcome it. People want to show support. I know we can barely hear anything because Greg just won't stop.
Yeah, Jay's Greg. That's rude, Greg.
I know. Can you believe it? He just won't stop talking today.
See, we weren't brought up that way, man.
Yeah, poor Greg is even quieter than I am.
He won't even respond to this. He must do a deep in it.
Sorry, watching like a cooking channel or something.
Oh, good Lord. I've been sitting here every once in a while yammering on mute.
Yeah,
wow.
I was moving parts around and stuff.
Okay, boomer.
Oh, that was funny.
If you stream, don't do a Greg.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can understand that. Yeah, sometimes you're maybe thinking about it, but you know what? Hey, I want to actually watch that person. Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Thanks. But then I was like talking every once in a while, and I'm like, and then I looked up. I'm like, oh, I've got Restream muted.
Greg shadow banned himself.
Why do you think we kept telling you to shut up?
I wasn't even look. I thought I'd put my because I was being quiet, but I didn't realize I still had on mute. And I went moving stuff. Jesus,
that's classic because I bet Greg at one point is like, "Shut up, guys! I'm trying to say something," and we're just not hearing anything. It's like, Greg must be busy. Oh, that is gold.
I mean,
that's
awesome.
Awesome.
To Colin's point, though, right? So I made a conscious decision to more or less have a schedule, right? And that's what I generally hold to, so that people can know, Matt's usually going to be on at these times, unless I say specifically otherwise that I won't be. Now, granted, I don't publish a picture of a thing of schedule every week. I just post, I'm going to be on tomorrow, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing on any particular day necessarily. So it doesn't behoove me to do that.
Ooh, fancy word.
I know, right? Very good word.
Oh, good old
Yeah, I usually figure out what I'm going to be doing like 5 minutes before I start.
Yeah, it's I'll go live, click.
Well, I mean, that's because, I'm not focused as a set builder. Whereas, our friend Binda in chat, right? Mark is a set builder, and he can adequately plan what he wants to do for whatever week, and therefore he can create a schedule based off of that. I can't, because it's like, I pulled out that thing I worked on the first hour, but now it's like, I don't even know at this point.
And it's like sort of Zach and some of the other ones as well, but if they're predominantly set builders, it's much easier to plan what you're going to try and sort of do. Whereas, other times, and look, I can, and it's not just the excuse of, it's having kids, but it's just life in general. You can, there was a saying, something about, the best plans, blah, blah, blah. But, IRL gets in the way, and you can have all the plans in the world, but something happens, and that's it. You miss that deadline, or you miss that time because of whatever reason.
Greg, Brick Surgeon is giving you the almost compliment right now, if you want to look at that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Pro stream. I think we all aspire to be pro streamers, but
I did my part to try to help Greg become more of a pro streamer by donating a computer to him.
See, there you go.
Because why not?
Is he muted again? Oh, he's there. He's there. It's all right. I say shit quick, Greg, unmute.
I didn't even look. I stepped away for a second. I'm like, all right, let me mute the mic. I'm gonna run upstairs, grab some more. I grabbed some tea because I didn't want any more coffee. I switched to tea, and I'm like, I'm gonna just mute that so there's no noise coming from here. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell's going on? And
exactly. You were muted. We were trying to include you, Greg. We were trying.
And then, as a dummy, it's not.
We're just like, he must be busy.
No, he's really deep in thought. That's why he doesn't want to answer us.
That or he's muted us and he's watching someone else. It's like, screw those guys. They don't want to talk to me? Fine. They can blow it out their ass. I'll go do something else. So a little bit hard when the mute button is turned on. I would have paid money to be a fly on the wall in Greg's room there. If he's like, screw those bastards. They're not letting me in. Then I can't get a word in edgeways. Frig them. I'll go watch someone else. Bugger them. I'll just sit there and leave my channel thing name on there. But anyway, I'll go watch someone else. Turns out, mute button. It's like, damn it.
Oh, Taz, that's another thing, right? Like we're not like YouTube, where 90% of the people on a stream will put their avatar up and not do anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you mean like this? Oh
yeah.
Well, it'd have what is it?
Right, or like that, right?
How the hell did mine go to yours?
Because you're logged in through my interface. That's why.
That's right. All right, hold on. Wait. I gotta do. Wait, hold on.
All right, quickly, let's go. Yeah, there you go.
Put your avatar on. Just hit the no video button.
But an entire stream just avatar only.
Sorry.
Apparently that works on YouTube. Apparently they have views over there doing that. I didn't know that.
There we go.
This is a YouTube stream. This is what you see on YouTube.
Yep. I've seen ones that have been like 9 or 10 people on a maximum panel that you can have like on StreamYard or Restream, and almost every single one, maybe bar one, is Avatar.
And what I don't understand the point of that. Like, what are you trying to actually do?
True. Yeah.
That might as well just be a radio show.
That's what
yeah, exactly.
Just listening to the wireless, David. Just listening to the wireless, it is. You know.
All right, let's see how this is done.
I think, well, look, at least, and usually on my streams, you know, I've got the camera going and that as well, the face cam and whatever else. But majority of the time, like, yeah, I have the just chatting thing, especially if I'm trying to tell a story. But Brick Sergeant looks like he's heading out the door.
See you, James.
Bye, James.
We should
Bye,
be hearing
James.
We should be hearing his outro.
I know, that's why I said it really quickly. I was waiting for the outro to play.
Have a good one, James.
There it goes.
Remember to see James in your chat. Know you've got a loyal follower. James has been there with many of us since the beginning. James is always there, ready to hang out, ready to give an idea. Always a good time. James, you have a good one.
What does Greg say? Who else has an outro like that?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the whole thing is James deserves that. James has been around.
I'm not saying he doesn't. It's just it's funny that you can make the comment. Who else has it?
Oh, yeah.
But that isn't a streamer.
Yeah.
See, that's the sort of you know, and I think that's what Twitch seems to have given that bit of an advantage to be able to use technology when it works to do stuff like that. I mean, I know that a lot of these things can work with YouTube, but you've got to do other things and whatever. But I think Twitch sort of seemed to be ahead of the pack a little bit when, you know, like the stuff what we do now on our own streams. But for whatever reason, discoverability has been a bit tricky. But ever since they've, especially for the Lego and brick building category, ever since they've introduced that, I think it's really actually made a difference, and I think positively, not necessarily negatively, impacting streamers. I think it's for discoverability and finding new people.
Now, I remember a lot of people, I don't know if he's lurking or not, but I remember like our friend Zach on Rutledge, among others, were a little concerned about whether that was actually going to hurt things.
Yeah, a little bit skeptical.
I know his concern was not necessarily Lego people who might benefit, but the makers and crafters community.
Right.
But I'm inclined to agree that it's helped us as Lego builders. There's so many makers and crafters that Lego people, especially smaller channels, are getting buried.
Yeah, true.
And at this point, I think it's helping more of us be able to get out there. And we can still support makers and crafting as well.
I think
to Becca, for instance. Becca's a maker and crafter, like Becca MB TCF, whatever her handle is.
And you got Mike Moans as well. Mike's a great one to raid into in that as well. If you're stuck for a raid person, if you don't want to do the Lego creating one, if you want to go into makers and crafters, Mike's another great one to raid out to as well. There's some really good ones out there doing some real fun stuff.
Yeah, I think it's only help. And you see other streamers that are not Lego default streamers that are hitting that tag now, which is also pretty cool to see.
And sometimes you get a follow out of it. Not saying that's the only reason why we do it, but you know, it does lead to, if you are trying to grow your own channel a little bit or whatever, it seems to, you know, translate not every single time, but you are getting a, you know, because it said, you know, oh, you're a streamer too. Oh, here's a follow. Boom, done. You know, and
it's I don't know if he's still here or not. Or if he went to work. Binda. A week or two ago, Binda was doing his usual Wednesday stream, and he got this massive raid. And I saw the name, and I recognized the name because my Instagram feed had started putting this person on my feed randomly.
Right.
And this person is, we'll say she's an adult creator in the sense that she's got an OnlyFans. Legitimate. She has an OnlyFans.
Yes.
But the funny thing was, she had been doing a Lego build. I forget what it was. Somebody
wow.
commented from her raid. But she had been in the Lego brick building community, in that group, that tag. And she looked at the category and rated somebody that had the tag on. And she went to Benda, which was super cool to see that.
That is cool, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a case where it's kind of amusing because I recognize the name. I knew who she was. I mean, the fact that she still did that was kind of neat.
Is that because you are a tier 1 subscriber, or?
I've watched a good bit of her random Instagram reels at this point.
Research, of course, R&D purposes only.
I had the R&D, right? I had the R&D. Speaking of R&D and playing with it,
is he back? Oh, that guy. I thought that was Alex for a second. I should know better.
Ads are starting. Please stay tuned to the stream, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Skrills. Hi, Clipsy.
Morning, Clipsy.
Hey, Clipsy.
Right on time.
Hi.
G'day. Yeah.
All right, back to Restream mute.
And unmute.
Greg, oh my God, shut up. You're so loud.
We're going to be like private messaging Greg now in the private chat going, unmute, Greg, unmute. Actually, no, mate, you should just have like a set Firebot or whatever you use to do your commands, have like an auto thing where every 15th or 20th comment in the chat fires off the command to say, Greg, hit the unmute button.
I probably should.
Are you really muted now? Are you sure? Double check. Are you muted? Unmute, dumbass.
Yeah. You talk about me being a night owl. There's the true night owl.
Oh, Dave, you have no idea how much I poke fun at him about it.
Yeah.
Believe me, I do. I'm on his case all the time about the fact he's not up until like noon. And he gave me this whole thing about it too. Well, other people don't go to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can't because I'm a bad sleeper. And if I get disturbed, I'll never go back to sleep again. Well, sorry. That's what happens when you have a partner.
We'll forgive you.
Oh, I know. I will continue to poke fun at him about it because it's a good time.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, we got some Greg singing. Actually, it sounds like he's singing from The Hobbit. The road goes ever on and on.
Oh, I was singing Led Zeppelin.
But if you guys aren't, make sure you're following Clipsy, please. We want to get Clipsy's numbers up too. Streams every Tuesday night after me. Usually raid to him as a part of our Trixie or Treat Tuesday that we do. And he's slowly integrating more things. He's got Tangia now for fun. And so definitely show some love. Give him a follow. His voice is so low that you can't actually tell what he's singing. It just sounds like a grumbly harmony.
It could be a
grumble choir. Grumble choir.
It could be. Oh, that could have been ugly. Oh, that could have been ugly.
Would have been fun to clean up later.
Well, some of it fell, but I caught majority of it before it did.
That's right.
This is minimal compared to what I've done before.
Wait, is that a pizza on top of your fire station, Greg?
No.
Pizza.
It looks like a pizza right now from the vantage point that we have. It looks like a pizza.
Does.
No, it's like drone. That's the drone.
I mean, that's
Right.
appropriate. A pizza thing on
Yeah.
top of the fire station.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, you don't know when there's no fires about, they've got to keep themselves occupied somehow to stay awake.
Yeah, they need some nutrition.
Exactly.
That orange does not look appealing as a pizza. It looks pretty nasty.
Yeah, from that view, it does not look good as a pizza.
No, that
Plain
from the
cheese,
side of it, which is really
nasty.
funny.
I was like, oh, son of a bitch, it does.
Greg, are you calling people son of a bitch?
No,
That's what I heard.
You get him.
No,
Get him, buddy.
Why am I Why am I
You
getting
keep hearing random
Don't let him
things.
piss you off that way, Greg. You get him, buddy. You tell him.
why
Show him his boss.
Why do I keep going?
Why do I keep coming on here live?
Because he loves it.
That's true.
Because I'm insane.
Sucker for punishment.
Ooh, Doritos. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Mrs. Taz told me something this afternoon about Taco Bell here in Australia.
I still haven't been back to Taco Bell since whenever that was I last did that thing on stream.
Well, it seems that Taco Bell's not doing as well as they were hoping over here in Australia, and they might be pulling up stumps for those that play the sport cricket or are familiar with cricket. You know what I'm saying there? Basically ready to look like they might be pulling out of Australia.
Like totally? Wow.
Apparently, I don't know. Like, there just seems to be a bit of, whether it's just gossip at the moment, I'm not sure, but it seems to be. We were supposed to have one open in our neighborhood area, and that was supposed to be last year, and it's still sitting vacant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cars a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
What, Dave?
Yeah.
That car's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
OMG.
Let's see how well I can fill them up.
That's what he's doing right now. Dave, good job, good job. Oh, actually, I just saw you. You posted the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Let me have a look at this real quick.
Is it in the drawer room?
Oh, since Indulgent is actually on, I know she's interested in this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we decided we actually do this live, this I'm going to share it on screen so people can see what we're going to look at here. This is going to be the actual sheet that has all the parts that we will be drafting from, all the lots, right?
Cool.
So every part listing a picture of it, and it's got the number in the left column here.
Is that taking a while to set up?
I think the setup itself takes quite a while, yeah.
Well, this is
Getting
the
all
hard
the
part, what I've been
images
doing all
and-
morning. Oh, the spreadsheet was easy. That was an export and a couple copy pasted.
Nice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a direct export from Brickset. And then and then there's a formula that links the picture to Lego's website. And so all I did was take the quantity in the set, which is column D, and multiply it by the number of sets for column I. And then I did a sort and took out what I believe are any duplicate parts, though there are a couple potential errors I still saw that I need to go back to at some point.
See, I'm gullible. You could have just said that, oh, well, you know, Taz, it does take a while to do this sort of stuff. There's special formulas, and I have to know how to do all that, and it's only special type people that know how to do this. It's a very specialized area.
guess
And I would have believed you 100%.
Yeah. I spent hours on this.
I would have believed every word.
Yeah.
So this is what the core is going to be. Indulgent and others that actually want to check out what a parts draft is we're all going to be picking back to back to back, going through this list of what we want. That's the idea. And so we're looking at what's the highest number here? What are we up to?
Oh,
you got to a 500.
Oh my
482.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. And it's all the eyeball tiles.
You know what? And I'm questioning Lego sorting machines because I don't think those quantity numbers are correct based on what I have here on my table.
Well, I'm wondering if they're extras that were...
Some of them may be extras, but I feel like I got shorted on others. So...
Holy, what the
96 white masonry bricks. That's a good haul for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I put out there right now. I don't need to pick this lot because I've got a bunch of these already. So I'll let somebody else grab those. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here. A lot of gold.
Gold frogs.
Transparent stuff. Ooh, the glittery ones.
We know where those are going.
That's fine. But anyway, so that's going to be the basis of doing the parts draft, is that sheet. The idea is going to be we'll get the date lined up potentially next weekend, but we'll let people know. We'll advertise it out there and stuff. But we'll stream it. We'll actually stream it on Dave's channel. Dave, if I raid to you, and then we come in the hand, like I won't be able to do it from this restream because I had to kill my stream after I raid.
Okay.
So it probably would have to just behoove you to set up a free one.
Okay.
Yourself, and then bring us in.
How many people are in?
Like 5 or 6
or 7, I think.
7.
Ooh. The free I think only goes to 6. Let me see. I'm taking a look.
Okay.
It's us 3, Ned, Alex, PBJ, and Clipsy.
Okay.
You can invite up to 5 on the free.
5 on top of the host, right? So that would be 6, yeah. So we'd be 1 over. Dave, we'll have to talk offline about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Figure it out.
But so yeah, here's the first couple bags.
Yay! Woohoo! But yeah, that will be over on Dave Map of the Miles channel, guys. We'll promote it, put it out there because I don't think anybody's ever really broadcast one of these kind of things before, and it'll be an experience if you've never seen how this works. We're gonna say, people that are in the draft, they don't have to turn their cams on like we've got here if they don't want to.
Right.
That's definitely a thing. So, PBJ's never been on a stream. So he can keep his cam off. He'll just have to have the mic on so he can actually hear him. But he doesn't have to have a face cam or anything on. But yeah, I think it'll be a good time. It usually is when we do this.
Oh, for sure.
You Dave will have to put an 18 plus tag on his stream for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because there will be a lot of grumbles, there will be a lot of mumbles, and there will be a lot of
There may be F-bombs that are dropped. That does
I heard
happen.
one.
So if you're afraid of your virgin ears, you know that this may not be the thing to watch. Just saying. But there's a lot of people that stream that have no problem dropping plenty of bombs. Yeah, anyway, watch out for that. The promos, we'll talk about it. I will talk about it on my stream. That's what we'll be doing.
Yeah,
And
it'll
it's a good
either
time.
be next weekend or probably mid-May.
I know the weekend of the 17th, I'm at Brick Convention.
Okay. Yeah, good. All right, so let's see here. Because the first week of May, I'm out of town. And then Ned said second and third week of May, he's out of town.
Yeah. Because when's Memorial Day? Memorial Day is what, 26?
26,
right?
yeah. Which apparently my boss forgot was coming up. We were talking about something that I'm going to be doing in the later half of May, and he's like, "Oh, the 26th." I'm like, "Nope, that's a holiday." He's like, he goes, "Oh, F." I'm like, "Yeah, it's already coming up." I mean, pretty much. There absolutely will be, Rob. That is known to happen. That is not a lie. And so if you guys want to hear me or Greg or Alex in particular dropping F-bombs and saying funny things, that's the stream to watch. Because we all know Alex tries to be all nice guy and he won't even say like completely fine words that are fine to say on a stream. Like he'll say heck, right?
Is there a VOD to go with it, or is it strictly no VOD for that one?
That's Dave's call about whether he wants to publish that VOD or not.
Let's put an 18 plus on it. You'll be right. You'll be right.
Yeah.
Don't want to upset those nice people at the Twitch office now.
I mean, I don't think it'd be a big deal, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's indulgent. That's exactly what it would be. That's exactly what it would be.
It'll be one of these. Oh, it will definitely be one of these happening. Oops, these happening. Oh, there will be definitely lots of F this. F
A lot of everyone's number one. We're all number one.
Yeah. You monkey, have fun. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate you. Enjoy
Cheeky monkey.
Did you?
I'm just trying to make small dents here before I call it a day with the sorting for now.
Figure out this. I'm actually close to done with the exterior, so.
But yeah, I think that'll be fun at Tez. It'll probably be a little way too late for you at that point.
Oh, I think I've missed them in the past just because of time zones. That's fine.
But yeah, we decided we wanted to do it kind of like middle of the day situation before it gets too late.
Yeah, so middle of the day for you guys would be
You're sleeping.
Like if If it's like right after
Well,
this
yeah.
stream, it'd basically be, you know, like a 2 o'clock. in the
Yeah,
morning.
which exactly, that's starting to push it. Yeah, definitely. Well, if I was in daylight savings, it wouldn't be because. But yeah, I know it's.
OPOC 100%. Yeah, exactly. Soap and mouth. Yep. Soap and mouth.
Oh, wash your mouth out with soap, young lad. You make a sailor blush. You would.
Listen. Yeah, I will demolish.
But Greg and I have obviously, and we've met, of course, at this point, hung out. But I've heard Greg talk naughty, and I think it's hilarious when he does. Believe me, but you guys have not heard him drop the F-bombs, and if you do, it's a good time.
I won't.
Me?
I won't say the television show that I used to actually work on as far as doing live audio work for it. Yeah, definitely won't be saying the name of the TV show, but it was even though it was a nightly program, we were still we were afforded certain I'm trying to say this very diplomatically, of course. We were able to
push the limits a little bit that you wouldn't.
Just a little bit, and we wouldn't necessarily upset those nice people at the Advertising Standards Board, and we would be able to do certain things. Now, you can all surmise and think you might know the show I'm talking about, but you will not hear me say what show it was. And there was a situation where someone would need to interject live, and we definitely had to make sure that especially between crew and the possible chances of audio being leaked, not leaked as in leaked publicly, as in audio leaking from what's supposed to be like a private in-house channel to it being broadcasted. So we had to make sure that, you know, all the patch cables were put in properly where audio wasn't being sent to the wrong location and not being able to really recover from that, if you know what I mean. So we always had to make sure that, you know, we were very much clean-spoken, because you could imagine some of the words certainly would make a sailor blush that were being used, especially by some of the crew. And yeah, had to be really careful. Real careful.
I mean, if you hear Greg talk for real, IRL, I mean, you know, Greg could make a sailor blush if he wanted to.
And that's fine. But I mean, when you're on a television show, and yes, your ratings are well and truly 18 plus ratings, definitely. For certain parts that weren't exactly, shall we say, family friendly, we still had to make sure that we were within the guidelines, because yeah, we had to make sure. So while I was there, there was no incidents. I can't obviously verify if there was for the rest of the times that the show was going to air, but I know at least while I was in the certain areas with the broadcasting side of it, we were fine. We were okay. So, but it was an experience, and you got very aware and very self-conscious of your language, because the pay was pretty good for what I was doing, and I didn't want to lose that job. So while the work was there, I was desperately trying to make sure that I was certainly keeping my language in check, because yeah, didn't want because the first thing they would do is most likely fire the person that, you know, said the naughty word that went to where that shouldn't have. And if you're curious about what really would have got us in trouble, Canberra University netball team. If you can distinguish that, then you know what I'm talking about. That's the word that would really get us in, like, I mean, big trouble. Big trouble.
Yeah. Big trouble, little China. Kurt Russell.
Just imagine the merchandise though for Canberra University netball team.
CJ Chris, I don't know. Did he actually say if he saw Christmas really indulgent? I think he did. I mean, it's literally on every single holiday for 24 hours on 2 channels.
Has TJ seen Jurassic Park yet? I mean, the first one. Has he seen it now?
Did he say if he saw that?
Or even Toy Story? Because I mean, look, spoiler alerts. I'm sorry, but if you haven't seen Toy Story yet, like the first one, considering that there's what 4 of them or whatever it is, there's no such thing as spoiler alerts now.
I've heard possibly a 5th.
Oh, jeez! Wow.
Yeah.
I get that, Jeff. I get that. I have to be careful, like if I go visit my sister and or I happen to see my nephews, even though I know they know the words because their father is.
Oh, they just hear them at school. You home's bad. You wait till they get to school. Yeah.
I still try to not say certain things, right? We try to be careful and not encourage that, right? So I get it. Even though kids are exposed to so much stuff that we weren't back in my day.
No, back in my day. If we said the word heck at the table, we would be sent to wash our mouth out with soap. And it was sunlight soap. If you've ever had sunlight soap, that stuff's the work of the devil. It really is.
Must be an Australian thing.
Sunlight soap, yeah, it's one of the most like purest soaps. You know how the other soaps have all the other, you know, like perfume stuff in it and whatever else, and other supposedly, you know, stuff that's okay for us. Well, sunlight soap gets okay. Think of sunlight soap as your very first car. Now, unless you've come from a well financial, you know, set family, your first car's not going to be, say, a Mercedes-Benz or a McLaren or a, you know, or a BMW or something like that. You're probably going to be more of like a Toyota Yaris or something like that per se. So,
or a Honda Civic.
Yeah. So sunlight soap would be compared. Oh, look, nothing wrong with the Honda Civic. If it gets you from A to B, it gets you from A to B. But I'm trying to compare sunlight soap to a. Well, look, maybe sunlight soap could be compared to a even a Toyota Yaris or a Hyundai Getz or something like that, because it is very much stripped back. It's very bare bone, but it does the job, and it is the most purest form of soap. So if you have sensitive skin, even doctors and people at the pharmacist would recommend that you use sunlight soap because it's supposed to be basically pretty much all natural, so your skin shouldn't react to it. Whereas if you use some of the other ones, some people have skin reactions to it where it might be a particular, you know, fragrance that they've tried to use in that soap has caused a skin reaction or allergic reaction to it. So, sunlight soap, that's been around since I was a wee lad. It's been around for a very long time over there.
So it's been around since like the days of yore.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, but it very much does the job. Works well and tastes awful in your mouth. I should know because when I was a wee lad, the word I used, and no, it wasn't Canberra University netball team, but I did say a word that apparently the parents did not like. And to show their distaste and the pleasure, to show their distaste in the incident, my mouth got washed out with soap, and it just happened to be sunlight soap. Probably hence why when I see a sunlight soap box, you know, in the supermarket or at the pharmacy, I go into the fetal position. But you know, good times, memories, precious memories.
Imagine a little grudge person getting his mouth washed out with soap.
See, Grandpa would happen all the time.
Oh, I got my mouth washed out with soap. Dial soap.
Did you have? I heard on a comedy album This is from Bill Engvall, one of my favorite American comedians. I love Bill Engvall. He's a very, very funny guy. Of course, part of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. He said something about, you know, when you get a scrape on your knee or you hurt yourself a little bit, you can use a thing, is it called methylate? Or something like that.
Neosporin is the common one I use.
Right, yeah.
Right. Maybe it's one of those products, like we used to have one here. I think you can still get it. It's called Isocol. I don't know if it's still around, but
alcohol.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think in Australia though it was just called Isocol. Probably no doubt the exact same thing, but just maybe a different name for whatever reason. But I remember, I used to come off my push bike all the time, like most of us did when we were kids. You know, you fall off your BMX or your little mountain bike, and you know, you scrape your knees or whatever, and you get home and blood's absolutely pouring out of your knees. So mum goes and rushes off to the medicine cabinet and brings out a thing of Isocol, and the smell of it was okay. It actually smelled nice because it was almost like, you know, when I don't know if you got them over overseas there, but here we used to go to, like you go to KFC and you would get these like moist towels, like you open up a little, right? Well, they smelled like that. They smelled really good. So Isocol smelled exactly like that, but the sting that it provided, you would cry. Like, you know, mum would run off to the medicine cabinet and you knew what she was grabbing and it'd be like, listen, you know what, mum, it's fine. I'm losing a bit of blood, but it'll regenerate. It's fine. Right. I'm just going to go back outside now and go riding again. I'll be fine. Blood could be pouring out of you. But if you saw her going to get the Isocol, you knew that it was going to sting badly. Like, I mean, like make you cry and bawl your eyes out. And mum would be like, well, if I don't put this on, it's going to get infected. And it's, but the pain was infection. Exactly. I'm just like, you know what? It can go gangrenous. They can cut it off if they have to. Fine, whatever. I'll live. You know, it's the Isocol would bring bad memories.
Yep.
It worked really well. That's the thing. But it was pain. If you could tolerate pain, you were fine with Isocol. But if you couldn't,
that's the great thing with Neosporin is it didn't sting.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, isopropyl alcohol. Oh my god.
Yeah. So you precious memories. There you go.
I'm trying to find what it was that I always remember getting put on me for that stuff. Oh, not Neosporin. What the hell was it? It hurt like a like a mother. And it was a spray.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a few of the sprays over here too.
What was it, Greg?
Well, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was brutal.
We've got another one over here, but it's not a spray. Oh, you can get it in spray form. It's called Betadine. It stings a bit too.
That's it. Bactine. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, Bactine. Yes.
You got Bactine. You got Betadine. Betadine is that brownish. Usually used in hospitals.
Yes, yeah, we can get it in pharmacies here too. But yeah, the hospitals use it as well. But you can buy it like over the counter from the chemist. You don't have to have a script for it. You can just go to your local pharmacy. So we just call it over the counter, meaning you don't need a script for it. You don't need a prescription or whatever. Rob saying Taz was definitely.
I like how you call the pharmacist chemist.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just used to. That's what we call them. It's like off to the chemist or off to the pharmacist, you know. But like we've got a company over here called Chemist Warehouse, and they sell, you know, all the usual stuff, all your Band-Aids and pain relief, like you know. So, and it's called Chemist Warehouse. So like then there's other ones that have got the word chemist in there. It's
you guys
different. I like it. Yeah, well, it's different too for us because we're so used to watching American shows or movies where you'll say, "Oh, I'm off to the drugstore." So for us, it's like, wow, you can buy like crack, or you can buy like cocaine, or meth, or friggin' ice, or some sort of methamphetamines. You just wall sign in. Yeah, g'day, Joe. I'll just grab a box of meth. See ya. That's because a lot of us would think, because you say drugstore, and we're like, drugstore. So what, they sell proper hard drugs there? Yeah.
I know. It is kind of ironic that we say that, yeah.
But here we don't call it a drugstore, because if we called it that over here, we would probably attract certain types of law enforcement because they'd be wanting to know what we're selling. So
I mean, technically people might say I'm going to the pharmacy, right? That's another word that people would say.
Pharmacy is another word. Yeah, we use both. We can say, yeah, like this company.
People don't bother saying the word pharmacy because it's too big a word for them to say, so they say drugstore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't take education very seriously in these
No,
parts.
you take education.
Education. Hi, Brandon. You might go wear these to your job interview.
Anyway, see you, man.
Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
We've been having fun.
No, they don't. They don't sell convenience to convenience stores either. Absolutely right. They do not. I don't know where the hell that came from.
So there you go.
Except for Quick Trip.
Hey, Bunny. I saw pictures of them. Yeah, pictures are. It might have been an Instagram feed that I saw. I'm like, aw, because I like otters on Instagram feeds, so it keeps giving me more stuff of that. So I think I did.
Yeah,
very adorable.
I think I sent that.
Maybe.
I think I put that in the IG chat.
Maybe, yeah. It's getting to be 11:30. Well, it's after 11:30 now, our time here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up for the day. I have a raid target in mind already. So I want to bring the love to this person today. So let's do our usual around the room thing here. Let's start with you, Dave. See what you're up to. Talk about things.
I have some parts sorted for the draft. So yeah, a giant mess that so I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 bags sorted off of the first set. So I've got my work cut out for me. It may be Brick World before it's all sorted. Probably not. Maybe I'll commit my Sunday stream to doing sorting.
I mean, you could just sort and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah, so Matt, Greg, and I, along with a few people that may or may not be in chat, are planning on parting out this classic set here. That I picked up like 3 copies of this from Walmart, and then there's 4 copies of the new Fox 3-in-1 in a box over there, and we will be doing parts drafts of those 2 sets here coming up soon. Might be after Matt's stream next week, might be sometime in May.
Yep. So I know there's
confirmation from everyone.
So there's some new folks that have commented since we talked about that a little while ago. So it's not probably a thing that many people have ever seen, but we've done this behind the scenes where we have a panel like this, and we just kind of go through a list of parts and pick, like fantasy football draft style. But with the encouragement of Indulgent Girl, among other people, we're going to stream it live on Dave's channel because Dave's the MC of this draft. So I will be promoting and let you guys know when that's going to be. It might be next weekend after my stream, so I'll let you guys know. Dave and I have to work out some logistics, and depending on what we do, I might raid us over to Dave's channel. But we'll see. But anyway, either way, I would love for you guys to be prepared to come hang out for that. And so make sure you're following Mep and the Miles. I gave him a shout out a minute ago there. Because if you've never seen a Lego parts draft, it's a thing that lugs a lot. But if you've never seen a parts draft, you're in for a treat. You're in for an interesting treat. We'll say that.
Those are words.
Yep. So
interesting being the key word there, probably.
Yes. Very much. Taz, what are you up to, mate?
All right, so it's a bit hard to see at the moment, but this is where my hand would be the back of it, but I'm working on a new rock formation area that'll be built up higher to support and hide the mechanisms for one of my favorite Lego sets of all time, which would be the motorized lighthouse set. I've got two of them. One is built happily on display, so that won't be getting touched. That is my display, you know, keeps forever. Don't part out that particular set. It's built and I'm keeping it exactly as it is, but I do have a second copy of it, and I specifically bought it for the reason to use it in some form, knowing that the other set is safe. It is not going to be used for parts, but the second one is purely just a parts set. And I got it at a good price, and the box was damaged, but I didn't care because I had the box from the other set that's in perfect condition. So I keep the boxes for sets that have a bit of sentimental meaning. I don't reinvest or anything like that, but I do keep the boxes if the set means something to me. So the lighthouse, and really I finally made the decision today because I looked at what I had previously here, which was a dock area for like a container ship, and it just wasn't going to look, in my eyes, it was going to look rushed and it was going to look sort of out of place. And I thought, all right, well, what can I do to, yes, it's a smallish area, but what can I do to make it look a little bit better, or like I've actually put some effort into it? And I went, the lighthouse. Now I can finally, you know, lift the curse that I've got on myself for making mocks, because technically I'm not making it as a mock. It's going to be a mod. There'll be little modifications done to the original set. So I hopefully won't get cursed by my thing that follows me around when I do lighthouse mocks, and they always break and things go horribly wrong. So I'm hoping that curse has been lifted. But Matt, thank you for the invite. It sounds like you're going to have an absolute ball with this parts draft thing, but and that's happening. Is that this weekend? Is it?
It's not this weekend. It'll be next weekend, tentatively,
next week.
depending on if we all agree on that time.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun anyway.
I hope so. Taz, thanks for coming to hang out, mate, and thanks for the raid.
Thank you.
Disco Duck. No, this is we're going to stream it only in the sense that we're going to let people see how a parts draft works, but only the people that are participating in the draft will be the ones picking, because we're buying into it, and it's going to be like what, $50-something just for the parts draft, Dave, and then shipping if we choose to go that on top of it.
Exclamation join.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. 50 plus tax to buy in, and then shipping if you're not going to Brickworld.
Right. So yeah, it's only for those of us that are actually participating in it itself. We're gonna show you guys so you can see what it's about and hopefully have some fun with us and watch us being stupid and cursing and who knows what. But it's to give you guys an insight into how it works, and if you ever want to consider something like this, you can do that. I will note, just for the sake of talking about it before I go to Greg, Dave is also working to potentially organize a Brickworld Chicago parts draft.
Yes. Fountain Garden, if you want in on that, there's still a few left at my Costco. I can get one for you for like $60, basically $66 tax included. It's a $100 set, and if you want to draft that at Brickworld, reach out to me, and I will pick it up for you, and you can do one of these live.
Yep. So last year, I haven't seen him in chat today, our friend PBJ Builds kind of started something where we all know he likes to find deals, Meyer and he was finding the Main Street, the creator Main Street set, which is like 120 US retail or something.
Or 140, I think.
Maybe 140. He was finding that set on like sale for like 70% off or something at one point. And he bought a bunch of them, and we decided to do parts draft. And PBJ set it up so we reserved a room, but he put it in as an event at Brickworld last year. We walk in with our group of like, I don't know, we had like 6 or 7 of the set that we we're going to draft out. but a bunch of other people showed, like 10 or 15 people showed up with sets as well. And mind you, this was retail over $100 set that people apparently went out and bought to be part of the parts draft. That was wild. So there's been other ones that are at Brickworld that are like small, like $20, $25 sets that people will buy. We're talking about a big set to draft for this one. And you can get it if you want to get it for cheaper to get into the draft, reach out to Dave. He can help get it cheaper for you. And then we'll pay Dave, for that after the fact for the buy-in. But yeah, that one that could be interesting. But the one that we're talking about in terms of the streaming, we'll have news for you guys as it finalizes. So look forward to that. Anyway, Greg, what you up to? Maybe.
I actually got I think I'm very close to getting the exterior done. So what I've got is.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate that.
What?
Oh.
Skrills commented.
Yay, Skrills.
It should be fun.
So I built out so this will be where the drone is. I'm not putting a bell tower. I'm just going to have the drone set up. I've got the roof access built after I actually figured out and fixed the roof. And I know what's going on now with the roof.
Ooh, that's a good technique to use. I like that.
Yeah, I borrowed that kind of from the corner garage.
Yeah, Disco, if you want in on that Fountain Gardens set, reach out to Dave, Map in the Miles, and he can talk to you about it. And basically, he'll buy it, and basically it'll be like a reserved copy for you, so you don't have to bring it, worry about buying it.
So the one thing I got to finish is going to be where I'm going to put the kind of, like I said, the homage, the kind of the fire brigade front where they had like down to the bottom, they had like the helmet and then an axe and a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put that up here, and then exterior is done. I was thinking about putting maybe some AC work back here, but that's kind of iffy at the moment, but I may add it, but it's not needed to be for where I want to be. It's not needed for it to be complete. The thing I need for this to be complete is going to be the fire brigade piece. I've got to find the hammer and axe. I've got a helmet, so then it's just build that front piece out.
That'd look cool if you could do that. That'd look really cool.
Yeah, and if depending on time, because I want to finish this Tuesday, so if I can knock this out fast, then I probably will work on some kind of HVAC type system up top. But yeah, 'tis it.
Cool. Well done, Greg. Well done. All right, so folks that came in late, the last hour I spent sorting, but before that, yes, I have gotten back into City Work.
I am grumbling like a mofo.
This is a building I took out of my city, and I put it on MILS plate today. So I had to do the whole first floor transfer of tiles and all that stuff. But this is a police supply shop, a currency Western Union style exchange, and second floor is the dojo. So unfortunately, TJ is not here. But if you didn't get to see the second floor, think Cobra Kai from Karate Kid, and that's what's going on here. All right, that's the whole scene here. And I built this like 4 or 5 years ago. But one more thing, I had to move to MILS. I'm gonna figure out what's next. I'll come back Sunday for the regular morning stream then. I know it is Easter here in the state, or all over, but I will still stream tomorrow for a little bit before I go to my mom's for Easter dinner. And I will see. We'll see what's next. But yeah, I think with that, we'll go ahead and call it, guys. My braid target is still going. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. That's definitely why I want to do something different. And just put like things you would see around in a city, right? That Lego doesn't do. So that's where both of these things came from, like the police SWAT shop and the currency exchange shop. That's why I did those. Okay. For once, I get to raid this person who is a supporter of me, who has raided into me. So I'm going to return the favor for once to him. Now I will say after I say hi, I'm going to have to do the raid and run because I have to go out and do a couple things I do on Saturday before I relax for the rest of the afternoon. But I do want to bring the love over to this person for once because they usually bring it to me if they've been live. They're always here supporting me. So, guys, we're going to raid to King Olden Ghost today. Not the Gerd. We're going to raid the KO for once and show him some love. So, let me get this started.
The Fart Kingdom.
The Fart Kingdom, absolutely. I'm going to raid the Fart Kingdom. Grab the raid messages. Let's bring some love from Otter Country, guys. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. Again, I'll be back tomorrow morning at around 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna see what I work on. I don't know until I get that stuff and go live tomorrow. We'll see. Otherwise, have a good one. Watch for all the friends across, Twitch, brick building, and other categories that they pop up. But otherwise, have a good Saturday, and hopefully I will see you back tomorrow. Until then, stay with me for the raid. I definitely appreciate it, and I'll see you guys around. Bye for now.